I didn't like your name. To be honest, I'm gonna be straight up. I would have rather you heard name you Sinatra. Like if we're gonna name you after a singer, come on now, like Hendrix, Vicious. Hey, don't lick me. Don't lick me in my face. You know I don't. Your papi didn't like when you did that. But anything but Elvis Presley, like really, guy, Dean. I'd rather take James Dean, even though he's a maricon, over Elvis Presley. No offense to the maricons out there, but yeah, that's pretty much how we name Presley.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Super Valley back in the place to be. Presley just jumped off the bed and he wants to go outside for whatever reason. So Presley, thank you very, very much for interrupting the program. You know how these things go. You have to come up. You have to come up with me now that you interrupted. Oh, over here, shit. Come here. Bring your face. Let's bring your face over here. Come here. Come here. Right here. I want you right here. Come here. Bring your face. Right there. You. I can't reach you that way. There we go. Good boy. You're scratching me. Ow. Buddy, I'm gonna hold you like that. Like when you was a kid. Look at you. You're so beautiful. Buddy, your fucking toes are in the air, buddy. You look so funny, buddy. Buddy, do you remember when I would hold you like this all the time? Because you're so beautiful. Look at you. You're such a beautiful thing. Let me give you a kiss. Want another kiss? Chiquitos. Look at us. Buddy, we're like two peas in a pie. But you like being. Say something in the camera. Say something in the mic. Say something. Poke. Say something. Come on. Say something. Buddy, you're my perfect little angel. I love you. I'm gonna love you forever and ever and ever. You understand? You understand? I'm gonna love you forever and ever and ever. Chiquitos. I love you with all my heart. Tú eres la luz de mi vida para siempre, mi amorcito. Chiquero. He's so funny. I don't know why he like gets all quiet and shit when he gets like this. I'm gonna scratch your little belly. We're live on a podcast and I'm gonna scratch your little belly. Look at that. Chiqueros. Look at that. Head scratches. He likes this one right here with the fucking, like if I'm filing his face with my fingers. He's so weird. He's such a beautiful baby. I love you until the ends. I love you until the ends of times. But you understand that I love you to the ends, and then the earth doesn't even have ends to them. Look at that. Buddy, I'm literally just gonna we're literally gonna dedicate 5 minutes to you because you're so beautiful. Should I tell them since we're already here about how we found you? Story time. Okay. So while my dog is here, how we got Presley is my grandma. Actually, my tia had. I forgot her name was like either Precious or no. Precious is my cousin. I think her name was something. I forgot her name. There was this Chihuahua my tia had. And the dog had babies. And the Chihuahua had little babies. Okay, all right. Like this? Which way? All right. So my tia had a dog, another Chihuahua. You fucking gave me that arm. So my tia had a Chihuahua, and that Chihuahua had babies or puppies, and Presley was part of that litter. And you had your little brothers. I don't know if you had a sister, but you had little brothers. You might have had sisters, because everyone likes female Chihuahuas. No one wants a dirty, stinky little boy Chihuahua like you. But so yeah, Presley was in there, and everyone loved his brother Kevin. And then my tío took Kevin and fucking gave him away to some park or something like that. I don't know exactly the gist of it, but my grandma didn't want to have all the dogs. Like, for some reason, everyone takes the dogs to my grandma's house. Like, fuck it, my grandma should just have all these puppies, you know, that my grandma doesn't want to take care of. Like, everyone knows my grandma doesn't like dogs like that. So basically, my grandma asked my sister if she would take a dog. My sister said yes. No one wanted Presley, sorry. Not that no one wanted you, you're the most beautiful thing, you understand? And everyone wanted you, but they just didn't know it yet. So we took Presley because my sister thought he was cute. And I was literally a freshman in high school. That's how long we've had Presley. We've been mano y mano for a long time, haven't we, my little boy? Your birthday is coming up in about half a year. It's not coming up soon, but in about half a year, we're going to celebrate. We're going to do it big, baby. We're going to go big. We're going to go fucking wild style, animal style, like In-N-Out fries. You understand? So he came in a box. I don't know how we got a cardboard box, but we brought him home in a cardboard box. His bed was literally a serape in the bottom bathroom tub, and he was there for a while. And I remember when I was a freshman, it was literally like the second day at the school over here in Ontario when I got kicked out with the high school I was going to. So I was over there the second day, and I remember he was like looking around and shit from my sister's Pathfinder, and I was like, do we have a name for him? And she was like, Presley. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget the day your mom came and she named you. I didn't like your name. To be honest, I'm gonna be straight up. I would have rather her name you Sinatra. Like, if we're gonna name you after a singer, come on now, like Hendrix, Vicious. Hey, don't lick me. Don't lick me in my face. You know I don't. Your papi didn't like when you did that. But anything but Elvis Presley, like, really, guy? Dean? I'd rather take James Dean, even though he's a maricon, over Elvis Presley. No offense to the maricons out there. But, yeah, that's pretty much how we name Presley. I'm going to take you down, buddy, because this is getting like, I don't want it to be the doggy wrestling podcast, you know what I mean? So we're going to send you out. Ah. Go ahead. Go, boy. Go, boy, go. Good boy. Yeah, that's pretty much how we got Presley. So funny. He loves, like, I could be doing anything. Watching movies, wrestling, making beats, playing on my Switch. And it's not up until the point where he waits until I have something to do, like a podcast. And that's when he'll take the opportunity to want to go outside, which is crazy to me, y'all. It's really like a head scratcher for me. So just a few things I wanted to talk about. AI music, yes. So everyone's scared. AI music, oh my god, they're gonna there's gonna be no rappers or whatever the fuck. AI music. So they don't have it all figured out yet. I get it. And how I feel about it is, people shouldn't be worried about rappers getting replaced by robots, because there's something called contracts, likeness, and all that, which the AI legally they can't use AI. Like, let's say if they wanted to make a new Jay-Z album and they go to Jay-Z and Jay-Z's like, I don't want to fucking do a new album. So they're like, okay, well, fuck Jay-Z. Pause. We're just going to do a robotic Jay-Z album. Well, guess what? Unless they get permission from the label, or I think Jay-Z, or there's going to be a lot of, trust me, there's going to be a lot of checks and balances, processes that they're gonna have to go through to do this, because there's no way they're just gonna use anyone's music without their permission. Like, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now, because there's certain legalities that go with these types of things, especially with music. You know, the labels have chokeholds on the industry, and you seen it all happen with wasn't there like some sort of AI robot thing or something like that he said nigga or something like that, and they just dropped him from the label. I'm like, how the fuck are they dropping artists that they signed, that they made up, that, you know, it just doesn't even really make any sense to me. So with the whole AI music, shout out to NC, we were talking about it. He was showing me Serato has like this stems thing where they're using AI to take tracks like drums and shit out of songs. I mean, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm gonna have to talk to him again about it. But I was using Serato DJ Pro, which might be like a whole nother thing. But I was taking the acapella and like music off of some songs, and all they're doing is taking the frequencies, like filtering the frequencies from the beats is really what I hear. Because some songs, if you try to take the vocals off and it has vocals in the beat already, it'll just take all the vocals off, like out of the sample, out of the beat, out of the rapper, and vice versa. If you wanted a acapella, you'll be left with the singing from the beat and the rapper. So I don't know. I get that they're still figuring it out. I'm just like, I'm not in a big, you know, I'm not scared of it. It's just like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, and cool. Like, if they come out with some new shit, then it's gonna come out. If they're gonna make something big out of it, then cool. Like, I'm down with it. This motherfucker keeps like, this fool, I think we talked about it already, where this fool, he messaged me talking about which beats I wanted, and then he hit me with the price. Don't do that. Tell me you're gonna sell a beat, you want to sell it to me, and this fool is over here like bothering me already. You know, this fool's just being a bot. Like, I'm gonna just mute this cocksucker right here. Can I mute him? What's okay, what's block versus restrict? Limit unwanted interactions without having to block or unfollow someone. You know, you control if others can see their new comments. Their chat will be moved to your message request. Okay, fuck it, restrict it. All right, you don't even know you're fucking restricted, cocksucker. All right, so yeah, with the whole AI thing, I think it's very interesting. Who knows what is gonna be in the future? Because I think it's a good thing. I think once they figure it out, there's a lot of obviously nooks and crannies that they got to smooth out. But as far as like the rappers and all that, I think that there's a really good chance that whatever they figure out, it'll be good. It'll be very lucrative. And I think it'll be a win for everybody. Like, everyone thinks everything is bad, like change is bad, but not necessarily, man. Like, if this is where already technology is going, like everyone was against phones when phones first came out, and you know, the government's gonna track you and all this shit. It's like, yeah, but no, it's not really how the chips fall. It's more so like, it's in steps. Okay, this happens, and then we find out either it's good or bad, and then we like smooth it out. So it's all really as it goes. Like, we're figuring it out as it goes is what I'm trying to say. And I think it's really dope. The AI thing is interesting to me. I don't think, I think they also, I was looking up, what's his name? Critical. He was talking about how they're framing other people to say this. Like, let's just say they frame someone to say some bad shit or spread misinformation online using their voice or whatever. I mean, I guess in that sense, I can see how it would be not good. But you know what? They're gonna have to figure it out. Obviously, they could use that as a weapon against other people. But I mean, the fucking news is bullshit anyway. I always read shit with a grain of salt. This motherfucker's hauling ass through the street. He should really slow the fuck down. You're in a residential area and you're going 50, guy? Come on now. Fuck it. AI music, I'm here for it. And speaking of music, I don't make performance music. I think I've talked about this already. I don't make performance music, and not because I consciously don't want to make performance music. It's just like I've literally been making tens of albums. I've made so many albums I lost count at this point, and now I'm making beat tapes. So if you want to count my beat tapes, I probably have at least 4 or 5, 6, something like that. Beat tapes already. So whatever I've developed as far as my sound, it's already been like developing at this point, and I don't see myself doing a complete 180. I've done one song, I forgot what it's called already, but you know, the lyrics are like, she dancing on me, post swing that body, she showing the teeth, you're lit in the lobby, popping champagne, cocaine while we load up the choppy, you feeling froggy, you feel the sting from the ring, bitch, I'm Scotty too hotty, like some shit like that. But I just don't, as far as like my sound too, even you could tell like it's a Serbs track just by the way I'm rapping and the beat, because it's not like, you know, like Snoop Dogg said, it's just really my own thing. And even if I do some poppy or like Migos type shit, it's not really gonna be what they consider mumble rap or whatever. It's gonna be my own thing, because when it comes to performing music, there's performance music and performing music. I perform my music. I don't really care about, you know, people being like, hey, and fucking doing the cucaracha and all that shit. I don't really care, bro. I don't really care for people dancing in my fucking while I'm performing and all that. I don't care for people doing the mosh pit or socking other people or serenading ladies or any of that shit. I just kind of, I rap, you know, and I would love to put myself in the category of like someone of like a Sean Price or something like that. I just don't feel like my music is even in that like kind of, like Sean Price is like the god to me. Like there's so many rappers that I feel like it's just much more than rap music. It's like its own thing. And with Sean Price, he was a big influence on me. I wish I would have did the tribute show, but you know, who cares? Maybe we'll do one at some point, but I just got so much shit going on. I wasn't even going to do an episode. I was tired and shit, but I know if I just lay down, I'm going to sleep for like 2 hours, wake up and go to work. So it's like, I might as well just get this shit crack-a-lacking while I'm out here awake. And these motherfuckers are over here doing the roof on my neighbor's yard and shit. And these fools are all laid out and shit. I'm like, these fucking Mexicans, yo, like they're fucking over here just taking our jobs. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, it looked like they've been here since like 6 a.m. or something for sure. So that's why you Mexicans don't take jobs, bro. They do the job faster than the fuck. So I appreciate that. Going back to performance music, I feel like I don't make performance music. That's just the bottom line. I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and I could care less what anybody thinks, because my art is my art. my music is my music, and I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it, and that's just point blank. Period. You know, I don't care if you sing and dance, make your stupid little goofy TikTok dances to it. I really don't care about if it sells. I could really give a fuck about any of this other extra aesthetical bullshit that I feel artists chase after. Artists are chasing views. They're chasing this. They're chasing that. They're chasing after trends, and I think it's corny. You know what I mean? Music to me was never about that. It was always just like me trying to vent and kind of give a voice and connect with people, like-minded people, you know, because I never felt like there was a rapper, like one rapper that represented me or my story. It was kind of more so bits and pieces of other rappers that I related to, like Psycho Realm, Cypress Hill, Shaw Price, fucking so many artists that helped me cope with some of the shit that I was going on. And I mean, I guess I don't have to be all that in one for anybody. It's just more so if you connect and you dig with what I'm saying, then I'm glad to connect with the audience, with the listener, because that's all I want. All I've ever wanted was the recognition that, yo, like, Serbs could spit and he's saying some like ill shit. That's all I've ever wanted. I don't want no extra shit. I could really care less about all the other stuff that comes with the game. It's like unnecessary, you know. I feel like people just think about the wrong things when they put out music, when they make music, when they're going after their certain goals. And it's good to have goals, but for me, it's not really, you know, I can't knock nobody. Like, if you really want to sell out shows in Abu Dhabi for all the fucking billionaires or whatever, that's fine, you know. But me personally, I feel like I want to make it cool to be Mexican. I want to make it cool to be raza, you know what I mean, and connect with my people. Like, cool. What was his name? Cap G, right? Mexico, mama came from. Like, that's the only like real Mexican that's putting on, that does kind of like is in the realm of like real like spitting, you know, versus like you have reggaeton, which everyone's doing, and like Spanish drill shit, which is kind of like the new wave. But I'm just not into any of that. As far as music creatively, I'm just more so in my own element, and that's how I want it. I don't want people to box me in and be like, oh, okay, well, he's just another drill, he's just another singer, reggaeton, whatever. Like, I want people to be like, yo, Serbs. I want people to look at me like they look at West Side Gun or something, or Makami or something like that. Like, you can't be like, oh, these fools are just underground rappers. Like, that's not even the case. It's just, I want to be in my own realm, exist in my own lane, and I do that already. It's just I want the recognition, the flowers, and the money for it. You know what I mean? I want the feria. So I don't make performance music. That's just the bottom line. And while I'm performing, I have 2 shows coming up soon in the summer. I'm not about to drive nowhere. I'm not gonna drive to Kansas and give y'all a show for the 5 people that are drunk at 2 a.m. I'm not gonna drive nowhere really. If I'm not about to drive to LA, the Mecca, to perform, I'm not gonna drive nowhere else. And the reason for that being is I'm not a full-time artist. You know, I wish I was, but financially, I'm just not in that position. So I gotta move comfortably in this space to where I don't stretch myself thin. And that's I see that a lot. I see a lot of rappers that they go crazy. They go, like, especially like up and comers, they go buck wild, like they're doing everything, like shows, music, promotion, and all that, and they get stretched thin, and that's how they exhaust themselves. It's a marathon, man. It's not a sprint. So you could burn yourself out and be like, man, fuck that rap shit or that music shit. Like, you know, it doesn't get you nowhere. Whereas that wasn't the case. It was just you was trying to do the most, and it just didn't work out for you because you thought you could run 1,000,000 miles a minute, when it's really you should go at your own pace. For me, I don't care if, let's just say, and I'm not trying to throw shots at nobody, you're doing shows in San Diego, you're doing shows in San Jose, in Irvine, in Santa Ana, Anaheim, wherever it is, that's kind of far from me, bro. I don't have the feria, the time, or the money to be going to these places that are out the way. Like, that's all the way out the way. As it is, it's hard for me to take the time out and to do a show in Ontario in my own backyard. Shout out to Noah James and all them. They just threw a show for Lisa J. Happy birthday. I was like, I'm not gonna go. You know, it's Sunday night. I gotta get ready for work and all that shit the next day. I gotta relax, bro. Like I say, you know, I don't want to come off like if I'm some sort of fucking whiny prick, but I'm busy. So you don't want to be doing like all that crazy shit that just burns you out. I feel like I'm burnt out already as it is. Like, I'm performing at like 81% every day. Like, I'm tired and shit like that. But that's what it is. It's like you gotta be, you know, performing at least to the best of your ability and every day and just give it your best shot. But when you're just burning yourself out and you're like on red and you're pushing the limit every day, it's not good. Mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever. Like, on every level, it's just not healthy. I think the healthiest way to go about your music career is just to go at your own pace and not have to worry about any of the extra bullshit that comes with this music game, because the music game is hectic, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, there'll be days, you know, it's up and down. It's all speculatory. So one day you could be up, and the next 5 days you'll be down, and you're living for that. You're literally living for days for that one day where it goes up, because you know it's not. You know, it's not going to be like that. There's going to be a lot of days where you're going to be like, fuck, I should just quit this shit. And I've seriously thought about quitting music like maybe one time. And that was when I was younger. But now at this point, I understand, like, this is all I want to do. I just want to make music, and I want to pursue my career. And if it ends up coming to the point where I'll stop making music, then I'll stop or whatever. But right now, I just feel like it's just like a steady elevation, you know what I mean? Steady elevation, reaching beyond serenity. That's your boy right there. I'm just trying to do everything at my own pace. If anything, I'll slow down before I quit, but I don't see myself fully stopping. So I want to talk about this real quick. Rappers who punch in. So there are a lot of rappers. If you don't know what punching in is, you're rapping line for line. You know, what's a good example of that? There's a lot of like West Coast rappers like Draco or, you know, Ralphie the Plug, where it'll be line for line and they're just punching in. I don't like rapping that way. I come from the school of John Wayne, where John Wayne says, if I can't do it all in one take, I don't deserve the rhymes that I have to say or whatever. That's a great quote. Shout out to him. He makes great beats too. Exactly. When I see, especially when you perform it, like if you're making music, performance music, a lot of the times you can't perform it, which is an oxymoron. A lot of rappers, they're going the whole song, and then when they get on stage, they can't do that. They have to stop at some point. Versus me, I'm going at my own pace, and I'll rap everything, bro. If I forget a lyric, I forget a lyric. But that's not because I'm out of breath or whatever. That's just because I'm like, oh, fuck. I've literally wrote like 6 songs in the last fucking 2 months. And sometimes I'll get words and rhymes mixed up. And that's really all it is. Or I'll draw a blank, you know. It's not because fucking I've been performing the same song and I know beat for beat I can't rap the whole song. I think that's corny when rappers go up there and they're just rapping like they know they can't rap it, and so they're literally burning themselves out on stage, and you see it, you know, whether you know it or not. I know it when I see rappers up there, and that's no shots to nobody, but I'm just like, he can't even perform his own fucking song up there. I think that's kind of wild, you know, like why even make music like that if you know you can't even perform it? Even rappers like Big Pun and Cool G Rap, Big Pun has the illest flow to me, but you know, the whole dead in the middle of Little Italy, little did they know that we riddled two middlemen that didn't do diddly. You know what I mean? You can't rap like that and breathe. You know what I mean? You can't what's my other shit? What's super lyrical, you know? Hey yo, my actual fact, the bat, you know what I mean? This Pun has a crazy wicked style that he got from Cool G Rap, but if you listen to Cool G Rap songs, he's punching in. I can't really remember. You know, as I steps inside the playground, I lay down, and any nigga that's looking for trouble gotta face himself with double force. That I be packing on my hip, hollow scissors at the clip, ready to rip a nigga. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna be able to rap all crazy like that the whole song. You can't do it. You can't perform it. You could make the music, but as far as performing it, you're not gonna be able to do it. Not at all. I'm tired. I'm always fucking tired. So over the weekend, I ate King Taco with one of my friends. Shout out to Kiana. We went to King Taco over there by the hood, and it was so funny because she was dressing like she came through dressed like some kind of Beverly Hills chick, and we're in the barrio, like for real, for real. So it was just funny. It was like taking a fucking, you know, I don't know. I can't even bring up a good analogy. She just looked like super, like if she, I don't know, but you know, I was definitely looking out for her, like looking around to see if like anybody was gonna try no funny shit. Not that I thought anyone was gonna try some funny shit, but I'm very aware of my surroundings, and I just didn't want her to be around like, you know, crazy situations. So, right off the bat, there's like homeless people around. You know, what else is new? And we're talking whatever. We order food. I got like 2 chicken tacos. The tacos de pollo over there are like not good. They're like fajita style. I don't like fajitas at all. I don't like the taste. I don't like the flavor. I love chicken. I just don't like fajita style chicken, especially tacos or anything. I just don't like it. I had carne asada taco, a carne asada burrito, and I think she had a quesadilla, a carne asada burrito, and I think that's it. I want to say, and it was cool, man. Like I don't even really have friends, so just the fact that we were talking and all that, it was really cool. You know what I mean? Just to have like a good friend you could have like a good meal and just kick it with. And these fucking asshole coworkers of mine, they see me talking to her yesterday, and when they came back from like their shift or whatever, they're like, hey, this fool, you see this fool getting at that older white lady? And like they were making fun of me. They're like, damn, fool, hit it and quit it and all this shit. I'm like, y'all are fucking nasty, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like people just can't be friends anymore. Like it's always got to be like some weirdo shit that other people perceive and got to throw like extra salsa on it. And I get it, they were goofing around. I don't really care about that, but it was just more so like it was funny, but then it kind of got me mad because I was like, well, I'm sorry I can't be butt buddies like you two motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? It was just, I was like getting a little bit, you know, taking offense to that shit. But then I was just like, man, these fools are joking. Like, you know, the homie's like 2 years younger than me. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I totally understand it. But, you know, I just don't want them thinking that I'm fucking mixing the work with whatever other shit, because that's just not what it is. You know, I don't really have friends, and you know, there's people like them where you say what's up or whatever, but we're not friends. Like we're just coworkers. Versus, you know, Kiana's really cool, and I feel like I really like relate to her, and I feel like I see a lot of myself in her, and I feel like she said the same about me. And I don't know. I kind of look at her as kind of like almost like a big sister or something like that. Like my sister, for real, you know, we don't really get along. So I guess Kiana's kind of like in that void, you know, for right now or whatever. Because me and my sister aren't cool. Like me and my sister aren't on the best terms right now, and hopefully that changes one day. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how shit plays out. But like, you know, being around the hood and all that, I was telling Kiana, like, I don't, you know, like my family, we have different, like, different groups of people in our family. Like, we have lawyers, we have fucking just different, everybody does different things. And our family, a lot of our family is like in the gang shit or gravitate towards like the streets and all that. And with me, I was never really into that stuff. I was like, coming from like a gang mentality family, it was just more so I don't really want to be a part of any of this shit, because it's like a wolf pack mentality at times, where it's like you gotta go with what everyone else does or says, and there's like a ringleader, and the ringleader might be a fucking idiot clown or something like that. And I really don't want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be part of a pack. I want to be the champ. I want to be the champion. And I'm not good at following orders anyway. So it's just, I might as well just do my own thing, and I could give a fuck about what anybody wants me to do or whatever, because I'm a free thinker. I'm not a follower. And there's a lot of families like that. And if you're joining a gang in 2023, you're just an idiot, bro. Like, you really are just bored, because there's no reason for you to be in a gang at this day and age, where you could just not live like that. Back in the day, where gangs were formed because they had to protect themselves from other gangs, yeah, I get that. But now, like, there's literally no excuse. Like, unless you're really in a barrio like that, whatever, right? Like, do what you got to do. But I really don't see anybody being in that predicament now with like the internet and the cops and just the way that things are. You really don't need to join nothing, you know, for any reason. Leave the streets alone, man, because all the streets is going to offer you is jail time and a fucking hole in the ground. That's all the fuck I got to say about that. And one last thing, man, I want to say rest in peace to Ahmad Jamal. He was a great jazz composer. Composed, you know, so many great hip-hop sample tracks like The World Is Yours, and you know, Knowledge sampled them heavy. There's a few people, I think De La or Tribe. There's a lot of producers and rappers that have sampled Ahmad Jamal, and he's one of those jazz artists that really shaped hip hop and hip hop sound. You know what I mean? I want to say peace and blessings and peace and blessings and prayers into the family and loved ones. And it's just crazy, man. Literally a legend, you know, passes away. There's really like nothing else for me to say. He was just like a great, you know, when you look at jazz art, like jazz is a really interesting genre, because it's like kind of like the last free art form, where it's like all over the place. Like, you'll listen to some like really mellow jazz, and they'll be like really like and it's like all over the place, like shit that'll give you anxiety or some shit like that. Or like going back to what I said with JBL about listening to African jazz. The first time I listened to African jazz, I was like, dude, this is fucking crazy right here. So rest easy to Ahmad Jamal. Message of the day, really what I want to say is like, life is hard. That's not a surprise. Shouldn't be a surprise. So just take it easy, man. There's no reason to be in a rush. There's no need necessary for you to just like go about it like a headless chicken. You know, you really just want to take life one step at a time, one day at a time, and enjoy it, man. Because if you try to run through it, you're going to look back and be like, fuck, like I didn't even get to like enjoy any of that shit. I feel like that about high school. You know, in high school, like especially my senior year, I didn't give a fuck about high school. I was just making music, and I was just making tape after tape. And looking back, I'm like, fuck, I didn't even enjoy high school really, because I was making music. But I was sad. My homie passed away, and that was the only way for me to make music. So in a sense, that was me learning how to cope with my homie who had passed away. Like, it was just me dropping music for my own sanity. And if you need to do things like that, do it. But, you know, you should never, like, I was literally burning myself out, like, just sad and just making music all the fucking time. And I look back and I'm like, wow, I was like a fucking, like, pobrecito, little sad puppy dog or whatever. But, you know, it was just phases and evolution of, like, your life, you know. And if you're not looking back at your life like that, and you're just like this fucking monotone ass fool, like, there's nothing more sad than like a lack of growth or wasted talent or lack of character, because you should be looking at life like, wow, I was a fucking idiot, or, you know, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or whatever. You know, life should always be about steady elevation, and that's what I want to leave y'all with. Steady elevation. Steady. You don't have to go fast. You don't have to go slow. Just go at life at your own pace, and I promise you, you're gonna look back at life and be like, wow, like, I really enjoyed everything to the fullest. And I believe that's what life is all about, enjoying it to the fullest, because we're only here for a short time. This is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.